All right, so we are using Lipstick Cycling XXX on Spotify, and y'all can go ahead and hit the first song right now. It's called Million. Bam, game on. We're gonna be here for about 5 minutes. Then we're gonna get into the warm-up. Then we're gonna get into the main set. And during the main set, we're gonna talk about having an athlete's mentality when you train. I mean, you can have an athlete's mentality in life in general. You know, athletes tend to go at things the right way, the best way, the most professional way, the way that gets the best and hardest and greatest amount of results. So we're going to talk about that a little bit today. Why? Because I need something to talk about. All right, so we're pedaling about 80 RPM when we start, which is a comfortable, not too slow, not too fast pedal stroke. If you have a computer to gauge that for you, even better, you can go ahead and hit it. Anything from 80 to 89 right now. And heart rate will start to come up, and you will start to feel either, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have had all those drinks the other night or last night, or you're gonna feel like, yes, I'm so glad I rested and got a lot of sleep. My body feels great. So you have to respond to that. However you're feeling that particular day, you have to respond to it and respect it. It's very rare that I bail on a workout, but there have been times when I started and I just said, it's not happening today, and I just turn around and go home. But for the most part, you can tailor. So right now you can say, all right, I'm gonna take this easy today, or I'm in it to hit it, and I'm gonna work really hard, and I'm gonna push myself. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Let's relax the shoulders, soften the elbows, keep the knees in, ankles relaxed. The workout today, warm up is 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, and then 30 seconds. So we're gonna go very comfortably through that until we hit the 30 seconds when we do try to get a little bit breathless and ring the bell. Ring the bell is kind of what I call your top efforts. Give yourself a little reason to be here. Either maybe give yourself credit for showing up, because there's a lot of people that are not here right now or not somewhere else getting their workout in, but you dedicated the time to do it. You know, some of the most successful people in the world, and I don't just mean financially successful, I mean successful in whatever they go after. Some of the most successful people in the world all share the same character traits. And one of them is that they work out. They train their bodies. That is a successful trait. Another trait is not giving a damn about failure. Like, failure is just something that is on the conveyor belt heading towards you, and you're just gonna knock it out of the park every time it hits. It's gotta happen. It's inevitable. right, so the first interval, we're gonna go to 90s RPM. We're gonna stay seated. At the end of the minute, we're gonna add a gear and come out of the saddle, all right? So 90s RPM to start. We're gonna go ahead and switch songs. Let You Love Me. Not let me love you, let you love me. Go ahead and hit it. Find 90s RPM and then adjust your resistance so it's a little harder than what you've been doing. 3, 2, and 1, game on. All right, this is your first push, don't go crazy. This song is actually about, well, 92-ish. Want to, want to, want to. Let it feel good. Now, if you want to add a gear and get out of the saddle, let's do it. We're gonna climb. RPM is slow. Don't worry about the number. This is 8, 7, 6. Done. All right, this is a break. So on a break, we dial it back to zone 1. Zone 1 is like almost too easy. Try to get there. And we have one person on a real bike today. So I will remind you that you don't have to get out of the saddle unless it feels good. All right, this time we're gonna do 60s in the saddle climbing and we'll get up at the end. So this is a hill and we're going in 10 seconds. Before every interval, you should just take a breath. Gear it up. 60s, 3, 2, and 1. Try to stay seated for the first part. It's okay, actually. Like, you can ignore me. Because only you know what you're feeling, and maybe this saddle is bothering you, and that's a good reason to get up. But you do have to do some climbing in the saddle every now and then. So just as a reminder, 10 seconds and we'll get up. Three, 2, if you need a gear, go ahead and add it. 3, 2, 1 minute recovery. Take the weight off, maybe go back to 80s RPM, but really you can recover where you want to. And this is trying to find zone 1 again. We're gonna go back to 90s RPM, the first interval we did, 90s to the standing climb. And I'm sorry Anne is not here today. I took this song from her. She posted this artist. And I grabbed this one from her. I like it. I never heard of this woman. All right, y'all ready? Find 90s RPM first. We find the RPM first. And then as we're doing that, we add or subtract 3, 2, and 1. Game on. 90s RPM, flat road. Pushing yourself, preparing yourself. Smooth out those circles. Always keep in mind, in a seated position, it is circles. 3, 2, let's climb. Out of gear. Slow down. Come up. 3, 2, and you're done. Take the weight off. Now you have a minute to try to find zone 1 again. After this, we have 30 seconds in the saddle and triple digits on the RPM. So I need you to hit 100 or better. You can go 110, you can go 115, you can go 120, as long as you don't bounce. So I'm gonna demonstrate it. I'm gonna make this too light and I'm gonna pedal fast. You see what I'm doing? This is why cyclists don't like SoulCycle, because they do a lot of this. There's no weight on my legs. I could do this for days, right? But if I start adding, watch what happens to my body. I'm just gonna add resistance. Oh, you see what just changed? Okay, that's your rule. No bounce. In the saddle, triple digits. Now, ring the bell. Get ready. 3, 2, 100 RPM or higher. Come on, this is short and it's almost over. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. I'm about 110 RPM. 3, 2, done. All right, y'all. 3 minutes recovery. And then we head into the main set. The main set is chunky today, so there's only one main set. It's chunky, it's got some bigger intervals, all back to back, but good rest. We don't have to change the song, it should have changed all by itself to your recovery. Woo. So I'm gonna give you 7 things today about the athlete mentality, 7 things. And the first one I'll give you now before we start, and that is having a mantra or a bracelet that says something. Mine says, live in the moment and follow your bliss. Or having a lucky shirt, or having, it's kind of like, you know, wearing a cross for Christianity. You have to figure out what your cross is. What is that thing, that amulet, that symbol, or that saying that brings you luck, right? The rabbit's foot. The rabbit's foot is a real thing. If you have a rabbit's foot, and you have it, first of all, I hope you don't have a real rabbit's foot, but if you have it, you probably believe that without it, your performance will be less. You probably believe that, and belief is huge. So you gotta start thinking about what's gonna be in your head, on your body, in your eyesight, on your Zoom call, that's gonna get you going. Signing up for group fitness as opposed to one-on-one training is one of those tactics. Because when we see other people, we work harder. If it's one-on-one, maybe you're just like, not motivated. I love group fitness. I did one-on-one training for a little while. I have a few clients I don't say no to, but I did one-on-one training for a little while at Equinox, and I was like, hell no. Like people just talking through their workouts, telling you about their problems. I'm like, no, sorry, I can't do this. This is like Come on. Obviously, I'm not working you hard enough if you can talk, or you're not taking the challenge that I just presented to you. I didn't enjoy it. I like the party. All right, y'all ready? So here's the deal. Your session today, it is a big pyramid, but it's one pyramid and we're out of here. 2 minute, 4 minute, 6, 6, 4, 2. So once again, 2, 4, 6, 6, 4, 2. We're gonna go through that. Your break is always half of the interval. That's a lot. Half of the interval. All right. We're gonna go in about 30 seconds. So whatever you need to do, I need to spit out my gum. You can take the girl out of Brooklyn. Whoop. All right. So the first interval is just 2 minutes, and we're gonna do this as a standing climb. Out of the saddle, RPM can be 60 to 80. That's your range, and you're looking for a zone 3. All right, if your song has not changed, I think mine just did. It did. Please hit green light if your song has not changed. Zone 3, add resistance, coming up in 3, 2, 1. I'm just gonna get on the rhythm to see what the RPM is on this song. Looks like it's about 75. So you can be there, or a little slower. Now you have 2 minutes plus a minute rest. Always know what's coming. 90 seconds to go. Zone 3, it is not conversational pace. It's uncomfortable to talk. Right now, it's uncomfortable for me to talk to you. I can, but it doesn't feel great. One more minute. Make sure you don't go to zone 4. You don't want to go too hard. Get to the top. 30 seconds to go. Ten seconds. Three, 2, woo! Take 1 minute. All right, I already gave you the Lucky Charm tip. This is tip number 2. While you recover, set high goals. Do not set easy goals. Do not set goals for things you can already do. Set high goals. Athletes don't try to master what they can already do. They try to beat everyone in the world at a specific thing. And they're constantly looking to raise the goal. So set high goals. The next interval is 4 minutes. We start flat. So in the saddle, 90s RPM, get ready. We're going in 3, 2, 1. All right, so I got to the 90s RPM, I added a little bit. Now this whole interval is seated, it's 4 minutes, but there are hills. 10 seconds, you're gonna add a gear. Now for this one, don't go too slow. 70s RPM in 3, 2, 1. Add. Slow down. You feel like this. You're going uphill. Stay in the 70s. Get ready to go back to the 90s. 3, 2, lighter, faster. Now ask yourself, are you in zone 3? We're changing resistance, we're changing leg speed, but we're not changing zone 3. Reach down, make a hill, 70s. Try to get in the 70s with a specific amount of weight where heart rate doesn't change. Three, 2, lighter, faster, 90s. We're halfway through the interval. Know what's coming. How much rest do you have? I know you guys know, 2 minutes rest coming your way. It's half the interval. Three, 2, add. Go back to the 70s. Not 60s. Come on, you got this. Oh, we're almost to the top of the hill. It's gonna get light again. 3, 2, 1. Lighten up, faster. 90s. Come on, y'all. We got about 35 seconds. That's it. 3, 2, reach down or click it, Olive. 70s, 20 seconds to the top. Up there, we're gonna get some water. We're gonna wipe the sweat. 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Take a break. 2 minutes rest. Bring the heart rate down. All right. While you recover, I tell you tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to look for challenges. Athletes and people with an athlete type of mentality, they literally look for challenges. I sometimes look for it in a person. So if I see someone doing something that I don't know how to do or that I think is badass, I'm gonna try to be friends with that person because maybe they'll take me on the journey with them, right? Maybe I'll start doing the things they do just because we hang out together. But however you seek out your challenges, you gotta seek them out. And I wanna tell you right now that all of these tips I'm giving you, they apply until the day before you die. Yeah, you look for a new challenge the day before you die. This is for life. You're never too old. If your song changed, and you watch Schitt's Creek, you know this song. Well, you know it anyway. Tina Turner. All right, y'all ready? Because in about 15 seconds, we are now at the top of the pyramid. We did 2, we did 4, now we're gonna do 6. This is the longest one and we do it twice, but the recovery is 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna start with a standing climb, 60s now, so heavier. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, y'all. 6 minutes in zone 3. Keep going. I got to make a note. This is how my mind works. If I don't write the stuff down, I will forget. Anyone else have that? Like a constant flow of ideas and inspirations. Do you need another gear? I do. Do you need another gear? Are you being honest with yourself? Strong. We're in the 60s. Now we're gonna sit for 10 seconds and pedal faster. Get ready. 3, 2, don't touch the dial. Have a seat, 10 seconds of faster. Up, back to the 60s. Now when you sit, if you can go up to like 100, your weight is too light. We're gonna do it again. 3, 2, sit, 10 seconds. And up, back to the 60s. Now you know you got 4 minutes to go, so make sure you're where you can stay. 3, 2, 1. Look for challenges. Maybe this is it. And up. Three, 2, 1. And up. We're almost halfway there. Three, 2, 1. 3 minutes in, 3 to go. And up. Wicked, wicked workouts. Three, 2, 1. Come on, can you keep doing this? Push your heart up. And then come up and continue. No break, come on. Three, 2, 1. Four minutes in, 2 to go. And up. Now you know, 3 minutes rest. It's coming your way. Three, two, one. Come on, Team Lipstick. Up. You have 2 more of those, and we're done. Three, two, go get it. Where's your mantra? Up. You have 1 more. When this one is done, you get back up and you continue to push. 3, 2, 1. Now, get up and push. Come on, 20 seconds to your break. 10. Come on, ladies. 4, 3, 2. Take a break. Well, that was hard. 3 minutes rest. All right, tip number 4, push yourself. If you're not into it, then maybe this, the growth hormones and the fountain of youth and the getting stronger, better, faster, harder is not for you, because you gotta push yourself. As I always say, not every day, but you gotta push yourself. I remember this girl wanted to join Team Lipstick once. She used to take my class all the time. And she really never listened to anything I said in the class. It was so obvious, but I left her alone because she would like hide off to the side. And then one day she's like, I want to join your team. And I said, yeah, I can't do that. And she said, why? And I said, you're not coachable. And if you're gonna join the team, you know, there's a leader, and the leader is gonna carry you through and be this luxurious person in your life who takes care of everything for you, but you got to do what they say. And I don't think you're able to do that. If you want to prove me wrong, get back to me in about a week and think about it and get back to me. She never got back to me. She didn't want to push herself. She didn't want to get uncomfortable. She didn't want to listen to me. So I was right. But you guys, pushing yourself, right? Yes. Believe it or not, we only have a minute. Drink water. I hire people to work with me. KT is on all of our Leveled Up Experiences calls. These are our Team Lipstick calls. She's my brand strategist. I do everything she tells me. Sometimes I question her, but rarely, right? You gotta follow the leaders that are going where you wanna go. Trust them even if it don't feel right. Sometimes. All right, you guys ready to do that 6-minute interval again? Woo, we're gonna do it different, don't worry. In the saddle, 80 to 90. Gear it up, 3, 2, 1. All right, now, 80 to 90. That's what I want for this one. I want it to be a little different. So as soon as you hit 92, oh, you gotta add a gear, that's too fast. Now this is mostly seated, but we're gonna do those 10-second runs out of the saddle or in. If you stay in, you just pedal faster, okay? So you can do seated and faster, or you can get up. Getting up is much harder for your heart rate. So if you want to try that, we're going in 20. I'm at about 87 RPM. And I'm gonna get up because I want my heart rate to go higher. I want to get uncomfortable. 3, 2, get up and pedal faster. Come on. 3, 2, back to the 80s. Now, we settle in, we only do this at the top of every minute. Allie just sent me a message, she's not here today. Do you want another gear? Are you feeling sassy? Are you feeling like, fuck it, I got this. I love it. You're either gonna pedal faster or get up and pedal faster. In 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Go back to the 80s. Now listen, do not take a break. I'm talking to you. I'm gonna tell you right now, my heart rate is 20% due to what I'm speaking. This is much harder. We're getting out of the saddle, pedaling faster. In 3, 2, 1. Up in the 90s now. Done. Back to the 80s. We're more than halfway done. If you're thinking, I don't know if I can finish, good for you. Finish anyway. That thought just crossed my head. Ready, set, let's go. Up. Done. Back to the 80s. 4 minutes in, 2 to go. 3 minutes rest is coming. Let me see if Allie wanted, oh, she's leaving. Ah. Oh, I thought she wanted to join the call. I was wrong. I was gonna tell her it's okay. So we're in the 80s. We're gonna go to the 90s. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on, let it spike. 3, 2, done. Have a seat, 80s. Now the difference between you and someone who's not going to achieve their goals is you just went back to work and they're taking a break. We have one more and then we take a break. "30 seconds. We're gonna jump up though in. To finish it, 3, 2, 1, quicker. Done. Take your break. You have 3 minutes. We don't change the music, so if you want to lower it, you can do that to calm yourself down. Oh God, that was not easy. But listen up, y'all. We have done 2 minutes, 4, 6, and 6. All we have left is another 4 and another 2. 6 minutes of work, and you're out of here feeling good all day. All right, so I'm gonna give you tip number 5, and that is dealing with defeat. Dealing with defeat is not easy, especially if you are an uber athlete or an uber athlete mentality person. You don't have to be an athlete to have an athlete's mentality. So if you like to win and you like achievements, you get mad at yourself sometimes when you can't have the achievement. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that is poison. That is arsenic in the soup. Like, you will crumble yourself to the ground over time. Every time you put arsenic in the soup, it gets stronger. So you have to think of the defeat as an experience, right? I've had some seriously difficult triathlons where the swim in New York City Triathlon, I swam with jellyfish. It was, quote unquote, the jellyfish year. It only happened once. There were hundreds and hundreds of jellyfish, this big, floating on the surface of the water. And as we're swimming, we're putting our hands and fingers through it, getting stung in the face, getting stung on the ankles. Luckily, you have a wetsuit on, but I mean, I was just like, had I not had that mindset of accepting shit that comes my way and just dealing with the fact that I'm not about to PR my swim, I might not have finished the swim. Because you can go over to a kayak and say, get me out of here, and they'll get you out of there. You sit on the kayak for the rest of the race and watch everybody else swim. But I didn't do that. I did do that once in my life. I'll tell you about that another day, but I got on the kayak. The guy was cute. I was like, yeah, take me to the beach, please. But you gotta deal with defeat. So think of it as a learning. Like, it's a great thing when it happens because you learn something, right? You were able to rise above and accept it and think of it as a positive thing. All right, we're moving on. This is a 4-minute interval. We're gonna start 90s in the saddle, going into hills. So, find 90s, add resistance. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, y'all. Bring it back. We've already done this interval. We go from 90s to 60s, all seated. I'm gonna turn my music back up. Are you in the 90s? Check. 3, 2, reach down. 60s. Are you back at zone 3? Or are you getting tired and starting to dog it a little bit? You have to be honest, right? You may not be able to stay in zone 3 right now, but if you can, please get there. 3, 2, 1, faster, 90s. It's easy to drift in your mind and go to like, what's for breakfast? Don't do it. 3, 2, 1, 60s, geared up. You know what's coming. 3, 2, 90s. Lighter, faster, not easier. I got 2 more tips to share with you. Hang on to the ones you've already learned while you're training. Three, 2, 60s. That means you gotta gear it up. In a minute 20, you take a break. Yeah, I see you, Melissa. That's all right, she's gotta get out of the saddle. I'm gonna tell you something though, in a minute. 3, 2, 1. Go to the 90s because we have 1 more minute to go. Getting up when you're not supposed to get up is 2 things. 1 is okay. My fucking crotch hurts. So we're gonna make believe that's why Melissa did that. Number 2 is you can't hang. So when I see someone in a race, this is a race strategy. I see someone getting up, I'm like, oh damn, they're going down. They're going down. 3, 2, gear it up. This is it, finish it right here. I'm sorry y'all can't defend yourselves. You're on mute. 20 seconds, pedal it out. 3, 2, hallelujah. 2 minutes rest. So that's the detriment to training online like this, is normally I can ask people how they feel and what's going on. And I can see everybody real clear. Like I can't see your feet, but when I can see your feet, I can fix your ankles. Woo! Take water if you need it. 1 more interval, 2 minutes, standing climb. All right, we have 2 more tips. 1 is belief. So you have to believe that something is possible for it to be possible. If you say to yourself, oh my God, I can't climb that mountain, I'm gonna say to you, you're right. You're right. Why don't you go back down, grab a coffee, get a muffin, and we'll meet you when we come back. We'll be back in about 3 hours. Now, do you want to be the fucking muffin girl? Or do you want to get to the top of the mountain with everybody else, right? So you got to believe you can do it. That's all you got to do, right? You like that one, Sophie? Don't be a muffin girl. Now, there have been times when people quit and they needed to quit. There's been times when I quit when I needed to quit. The only time I ever got on the kayak and went to shore was because it was my 10th triathlon. I never forgot, it was number 10. And it was in the ocean. And I didn't even realize that until I got in and started swimming. And the currents and the salt water made me sick and I started throwing up. And I just didn't have the mental toughness at the time to say, fuck it. So, and the guy was cute. So I got on the kayak. I didn't get his number though. That would have made the story even better. All right, you ready? This is your last interval, chicas. 2 minutes standing climb. If you made it this far, I want this to be your hardest interval. Always end with your best effort. 4, 3, 2, geared up. Standing climb for 2 minutes. 60 to 80 RPM. Come on. After this, you get one more tip and then you're on your way. I'm gonna try to stay at 75 RPM because 60s is easy for me. Shit. All right, you see the finish line? Everyone on the planet goes harder when they see the finish line. It's natural. I'm gonna give you 1 minute now to get there, and I'm not gonna talk. Get in your head. $30. 20. 10. 'Yeah, you're done. You can hit the last song. It's called Together. All right, bring your heart rate down. Don't drink the water yet. First focus for 1 minute. Bring it down. All right, your final tip, number 7, is finding flow states. So a flow state, like for me, a flow state would be ballroom dance. When I'm on the floor, I have trained and practiced and had experience for 15 years of doing that. I do it no problem. I find the flow state. A flow state is when you don't think about anything else. You don't even think about what you're doing. You don't have to say, oh, put the right leg back, or oh, put the weight over the left toes, or oh, bring the right arm up. You don't have to think anything. It just happens to you. A flow state is when it just happens to you and you're not thinking of anything outside of that moment. It's just not entering your brain. It's kind of like there's a force field and everything's bouncing off it and you're just in your bubble. So finding a flow state means that you have managed your anxiety, you have managed your doubt, you have managed your fear, and you have just mastered something. It could be a small thing, it could be a big thing. My favorite quote of the week about fear is, do something you fear and fear disappears. Do something you fear and fear disappears. All right, keep pedaling just for a moment and I will give you the 7 tips again. So the first one, have your lucky charm. Maybe your lucky charm is a phone call to your best friend. Tell me I'm great. Tell me I'm gonna nail this, right? Your lucky charm. Number 2, set very high goals. If you set low goals, that's where you live. Number 3, look for challenges. Look, where's a challenge? Where's something I can do that's different and new? Be curious. Number 4, push yourself. You gotta push yourself. No one is gonna come up behind you and push you up that mountain. So you're gonna be a muffin girl or you're gonna get to the mountain and get your medal. Number 5, deal with defeat. Defeat is a lesson, and without lessons, we don't learn. Number 6, belief. If you believe it's possible, it is. Number 7, flow state. Finding those flow states in life. And I'm gonna tell you this about all of you. All of you are very talented at something. I may not know what that is. Jada's a dancer. That's her flow state. And she's gonna be teaching our dance class on Sunday, ladies. So the only person on this call I haven't heard from is Julia. Did you jump off, Julia? Okay, I'm gonna reach out to you later. Are you coming on Sunday, Julia?
I wish. I have to talk to my husband. He's working very hard.
No problem. So you can't come, yeah?
I would love to come. What time is it again?
Oh, 4:30 to 8:30.
Oh, that's probably really doable, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down as a maybe, but let me know as soon as you know because we can only bring 10 people. And if you don't come, I wanna invite somebody else.
Okay, no, yes.
Yeah, so let me know. Anyway, we are going to be hanging out on my terrace. I'm gonna fix it actually. So we're gonna come out here. I'm gonna fix it up, the couches, the tables, the blankets, the chairs, the music. Jada's gonna do a dance class. We have a vegetarian and vegan theme for the food. Olive is cooking something. I think we got some gluten-free, homemade sourdough bread. Why is that the thing I'm looking most forward to? I don't know. Yes, Jada. But kava, we're making mocktails as well. I've got some special potions for the mocktails. We'll play one team game towards the middle and then just hang out. So don't worry, there will be more of them if you cannot make it. But for today, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You guys okay?
Great. I'm so sorry to be missing it on Sunday. I really hope you're going to do it again.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I think it could be a good traditional Sunday thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like meatballs with an Italian family. Meatballs. Meatballs. I got to say with the double. All right, chicas.
Thank you so much. That was
Thank
so
you.
amazing. Thank you.
Good. Have a great day.
Bye,
You
everyone.
too.